Hey everybody, welcome to the review of Instant Cinematic Escape on YouTube. It's 11:15 p.m. I just finished watching Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and as usual, anyone who is new to the channel and you happen to like my work, please feel free to hit the subscribe button below and spread the word to your friends and family. And anyone who isn't new to the channel, thank you for continuing to support my work. And as usual, every review on this channel is spoiler free. Now, let's go ahead and get into the details of this review. Sonic the Hedgehog has been one of my favorite video games since I was a little boy. I can remember playing the original Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Genesis along with the second game and of course the third one. I loved everything about the game, from the amazing colors, utilizing Sonic's special skills, and fighting Dr. Robotnik. It was taking me back to an essence of my childhood that was full of nothing but carefree and innocence. When the film was about to be released, or the first one actually, it's hard to believe that as myself as a fan, along with others, bullied Paramount into changing the design that they were going to use for Sonic. And needless to say, the fact that they listened, and on top of that, the film actually ended up being very good. Just a pure love letter form of nostalgia to the fans, along with a top-notch acting quality performance from Jim Carrey, who managed to channel his 1990s prime talent into his performance as Dr. Robotnik, and it just simply showed how they decided that it would go against their best interest to create a product that wasn't going to be like it to the fans. And initially, I do believe in my heart of hearts, if they kept that design, there is no way we would have received a sequel to this film. Absolutely not. The events of the first film is taking place within the sequel, and you have Dr. Robotnik, who was returned to Earth with the assistance of Knuckles, the Echidna. And you have Sonic getting used to still more or less embracing the family life and trying to... What I always found amusing with this one, actually, he's using his superpowers as a man. You see it in the trailer, so it's really not much of a spoiler. See him becoming the Blue Justice superhero, which I thought was pretty amusing, how a cute take on Batman. Then you have Tails, who comes into the picture, and since Knuckles is assisted Dr. Robotnik, and from then on, it's them attempting to find the Master Emerald, the Chaos Emerald, the source of ultimate power, before Dr. Robotnik does. And that's basically the gist of the film. What I've really enjoyed about this film is, once again, they just took what made the first one so memorable and decided to say, you know what, we're not going to change this formula. We're simply going to create another love letter to the fans. And it was a very fun experience. It's hard still for me to find a sense of pure enjoyment into anything still. And it's not because that I don't want to enjoy it. It's just, it's very hard for me still, because given the current personal situation I'm still dealing with, it's hard for me to just escape fully. But those who are looking for a pure form of escapism when it comes to the Sonic the Hedgehog universe, this is it. This is really everything that you could look for in a Sonic film. Just taking everything that was, as I said, memorable about the first one and amplifying it that much more. It is a lot more personal, and it does venture into some darker territory. The humor is still top-notch. Idris Elba as Knuckles literally steals the show. I've always been a fan of the fish out of water concept, and Knuckles is simply that type of character who, in a way, he reminds me of Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, but cooler than Drax and funnier than Drax, if that makes any sense. And he literally has the best lines, and it's interesting because, as I said, he steals the show for Sonic, steals the show from Tails, and even you find yourself weighing who was the true highlight. Was it Jim Carrey still as Dr. Robotnik, or was it Idris Elba? For me, I'm gonna have to say Idris Elba is the perfect Knuckles. He has the perfect voice for it, and he has brilliant comedic timing, and seriously, I can't picture anyone else but Idris Elba as Knuckles. I mean, just perfect. Top-notch performance from him. Tails, a wonderful addition. I love watching Tails in this film, and seeing him interact with Sonic and Knuckles is was a wonderful experience, and having me revert back to my childhood in that moment. Sonic, as usual, is what you'd expect. And Jim Carrey just channeling in his 1990s prime talent as Dr. Robotnik once again, and he has some amusing lines as well. The only thing that I will say that might I don't want to say deter people a little bit. I've always kind of find myself not interested when it comes to the overall human connection with films such as this, because when I think about the human connection, I find myself thinking about how Michael Bay attempted the same thing with Transformers, where it was focusing more on the humans rather than the characters that people want to see. Now, it's not so much of an issue with this, but I hope with the sequel we start focusing less on the humans and focusing on the relationship between Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and maybe move away from the Earth realm and start exploring more of the world that Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails came from. I think that would be just a wonderful way to continue the story or maybe close out the trilogy. Either way, I have to say Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is probably one of the best. Again, another creative outing for the video game into cinema adaptation franchise. And most people are very familiar with the fact that we haven't had very many good video game adaptations into cinema. It's been kind of a mixed bag when it comes to that type of when it comes to turning video games into film. And Sonic, I do believe, can be that leader in the sense of moving forward into possibly branching into a territory where we will not have to be concerned with a very popular video game franchise being turned into a film that will be horrible. However, I have to say Sonic the Hedgehog 2, just the final sequence, I think, is going to really surprise people. Absolutely. I think the final sequence is pretty much anything that you could want as far as being a gamer is concerned. It literally is like a video game come to life. I am not going to spoil it because you have to see it for yourself in order to, I think, to understand exactly where I'm coming from with my overall descriptions. And if I was to give you a detailed synopsis as to what to expect from the final sequence, it would spoil everything. Let me just say, when you watch it, it is just mind-blowing, just absolutely beautiful, emotional, gets pretty dark, and it's just a lot of Easter eggs from the video games and some cool references from past films that managed to find themselves incorporated into this film, intertwining with the story that's being presented. But overall, I have to say Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is by far another great cinematic outing for a video game franchise. I give it a 2 thumbs up, a 5 out of 5. There is a scene during the credits, so please do not leave once the credits starts. There's nothing at the very, very end of the credits, but once you see the scene and what direction the story is going to take place with the third film, definitely stay for that. It's a shocker. It's a true shocker, and it blew me away. And hearing everybody else become that much more excited for what's to come made me feel very happy to see exactly how they're going to take this story and include this specific character. But I will also say that it's a great family film too. You can take your kids to watch this. There's nothing violent. There's nothing sexual. There's nothing in there that will traumatize them or make you feel as if they shouldn't be watching it. It's just something that you could take the entire family to and have a great time with it. It is pure entertainment, and it's fun, exciting, colorful, great visuals, amazing action. You can't ask for much more than that, and it's just a type of film where you go in there and you know what you're getting, and it's not insulting your intelligence. Once again, 2 thumbs up, 5 out of 5. I recommend it. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about it, and I hope to hear from you, my friends, and be sure to leave a like. Take care, and peace out.